Into my YouTube channel. This reflex image and this video I'll be showing you how I do my retouching. Here is the after result. In the part 1 of this video I showed you how I actually achieve this blurry substance at the background and at the top of my picture, and also how I remove the blemishes from the background and make the background this smooth. So this is the part 2. I'll be showing you how I do my retouching. You guys might think I only do manipulation, as you guys know me for manipulation, but I also do retouch. Also I retouch picture, but not that much. So I'll be showing you the techniques I use for my retouching. Firstly, let me remove the blemishes, the blemish I have by this and this. So while doing a retouch picture, for your picture to look perfect, you need to pay attention to almost every details that the face contains, every single detail I mean. So firstly, I'll be removing this, but for me to do that, as you all know, I don't love working on my background layer. I love duplicating my background layer first. In case I make any mistake, I can easily go back by deleting the layer and duplicating the background layer once again to start my work. So for me to do that now, I just have to click on my Ctrl J, as you can see right now. So I'll just go to my spot alien brush. This is it over here. Yours might not be here. Just search for it wherever it is, but if you're using the photography panel, it has to be here. Either it's here or it's right below here. So out of one of those two, you will see your spot alien brush there. So I'll just click over this area and it's going to remove it for me. I'll click over here also, it's going to do just that for me. So that being said, let me merge everything back together, Ctrl Shift and E. So the next thing I'll be doing now, I'll be creating a frequency separation layer for the picture. This picture is a 8-bit image, so I'll be showing you the step and procedure I use in creating my frequency separation. Though I have the action, but I'll be showing you how to create your own action also. So now let's go to our action. We'll open our actions. I want to record this particular step down for you guys. I'll probably send it to you. So we just have to create an empty new layer, which is here. Click on it. So you are going to name it whatever name you want it to be. Frequency separation, frequency. So let's leave it this way, FREQ. Then I'll pick the folder I want it to be. Let me see. So I'll put it under my default action. I'll click on it, then I'll click on record. So now I can now start with whatever I want to do. Firstly, I'll duplicate twice by clicking on Ctrl J, Ctrl J. So the uppermost one, I'll name it my high frequency layer, HIGH. While the one below, I'll name it my low frequency layer, my low. So I will switch off this high for now. I'll switch it off. On the low, I'll just go to my filter, then I'll look for where my blur is, then I'll click on my Gaussian blur. So I'll wait for it to load up. So the way I do my blur is that I'm going to zoom in until I'm going to check if there's still details left on the face. So I'm going to blur until I'm no longer seeing those details in the picture again. So once I'm no longer seeing the details, then I can click on my OK. So I'll be leaving that 7.0 for now. Then I'll click on my OK. So I can now turn on my high frequency layer now. But you know, we apply our picture now, we apply 7.0 as the blur. But if you want to create an action, you don't know, maybe some other picture you actually need them to be like 6.0, some 5.0. Depends on the type of picture you are retouching. So you now putting at 7.0 now and you're creating an action, automatically it's going to, whenever you're trying to play the action, it's going to play it for you at that 7.0. So for you to make sure when you get to that stage, it's going to make you decide on what radius you want your Gaussian blur to be. So you have to click on this toggle button over here. Once you click on it, whenever you get to this point, it's going to load up what number of Gaussian blur or what radius of Gaussian blur do you want your picture to apply for you. So after that being said, we can now go back to our high frequency layer now. Click on our eye, we turn it on, we click on it, then we'll go to our image. Under our image, you look for apply image, as you can see right now. So under the apply, you are going to switch. Normally it's going to be on merge, so you have to switch out to low frequency layer, and your color has to be RGB. Your blending has to be on subtract if you are using an 8-bit image, and if you are using a 16-bit image, you are going to put it on addition. So after that, opacity at 100%, your scale at 2, your offset at 128. This transparency, preserve transparency, you have to uncheck it. After that, you just have to click on your OK. As you can see, So you just have to change the blend mode from normal, you have to change it to soft. You have to change it to linear light. So once you're done with the linear light, you just have to click on OK. So you group the both together, the up and the low. You click on the two together, then you click on Ctrl G to group the both together, as you can see right now. So now let's save our action by clicking on this pause icon over here. Once we do that, so let's play our action now and see if we get what we need, right? So firstly, let's delete the one we just created right now, which is our group. So we delete it. So we're going to delete that. We're going to delete that. So let's click on our play now. Let's see if we're going to get what we need. So click on play, wait for it to load up. So just as I said, once you get to the Gaussian block, what we clicked the other time is going to pop up for us that what amount of Gaussian block do you want to apply. So we are still using our 7.0, so you just have to click on our OK. So and wait for it to load up. Boom, automatically it's going to load up for us this way. So that being said, the next thing we're going to do, we are going to open it. The area we'll be working on is called our low frequency layer. You'll be working on our low frequency layer right now. Just have to pick our mixer brush, click on the mixer brush. Once you're done with that, this is the setting I do use for my mixer brush. I use my weight to be at 20%, my load at 75%, and my mix at 64%. My flow is going to be at 50%. So, and the pattern I do for my frequency separation is that I followed the makeup, or most of the time I do corrections on the makeup. That's what I do on my frequency separation, just mostly facial restructuring. So I'm going to restructure the face, mix the skin together the way it's supposed to be, then I call it a day. So here's the facial structure. Our facial structure look this way. You might not be seeing it now, so let me show you a way for you to be seeing whatever you're doing. So you just have to close your group first, then go to your adjustment layer, click on your black and white layer, click on it, then the red, just bring down the red. As you can see right now, I think you can see how the facial structure looks like right now. So this is the pattern you're going to be following to smoothen the skin, to blend the skin all together. So go back to your group now, then click on your low frequency layer, then you zoom in to the area I want to start with. Here's the area I want to start with. So I just keep on scrolling this way. I keep on scrolling. As you can see, I'm following this line in particular, and for it to be smoothing the skin, you just have to scroll down, remove your hand, go back, scroll down. You don't have to cycle around. You are going to destroy the facial structure. As you can see right now, I'm following the pattern I just talked about right now, and I'm working on my low frequency layer. So as you can see, I'm just following the pattern of the face because I don't want the face to lose its structure. All I want is just to blend in everything perfectly, as you can see. So I'll come here also, I'll do the same thing, as you can see. As you can see right now, as you can see, don't worry, even though it's not perfect in the first one, I will show you a way for you to perfect all that right now. So as you can see right now, so I'm just smoothing everything. I'm trying to balance up everything, the makeup, I'm blending everything together. So let me turn off my black and white layer right now. As you can see right now, as you can see, let me show you the before and after. We've blended the skin, but it's not all that perfect, but we are going to be making a little bit of adjustment by using our lasso tool to finish our frequency separation. The lasso tool is what I use mostly when I do my retouching, and I'll be showing you how to do all that, do just that right now. So for you to do that, I'll pick on my lasso tool right now. I'll make sure the feather is on 20, then I'll circle around the area I want to smoothen. So I'll circle around over it. I want to add to the selection, so I'm going to turn my selection to addition right. So I'll just have to circle around it this way. Make sure it does not touch any part that doesn't look like the skin. If not, it's going to do it in the wrong way for you. So I will circle around it, as you can see right now. So I'm going to circle around it. So here's the area I want to apply my Gaussian blur on. So it's going to smoothen the skin for me. So after I'm done with the selection, what I have to do now, as you can see, we are still on our low frequency layer, which is the layer we use for our mixer brush. So I just have to go to my filter. Under filter, I'll go to blur. Then I'll click on Gaussian blur. I will use about 15 as my radius. Then I'll click on my OK. Control D to deselect. So you can see right now. Let me show you the before and after now. Before and after. We're actually smoothing the skin perfectly. So this is how I do my retouching. The next step is for me to apply my dodge and burn. So to create a dodge and burn is very simple. To create the dodge, just have to come to your adjustment layer, then click on your curves, click on it, then you're going to drag it up, as you can see. So once you're done with that, just invert by clicking on Ctrl I. The area you want to apply the dodge on, just pick on your normal brush, reduce the opacity. I'll be using 29 as my opacity. I'll reduce the brush size, then I'll paint over the area I want it to be. So here's the area I want my dot to be, as you can see. Here's the area I want it to be. So I'm going to paint over it alone. And if it's a little bit too obvious, I'll just double click on the curves, on the marks. Then I'll wait for it to load up. Just have to blur it out a little bit by clicking on my feather. I'll be using 10 pixels as my feather. I'll be using 10. Then I'll click on my OK. As you can see, actually apply our dodge, which look perfect. And if it's still not much, just keep on increasing your feather until it's going to blend in with the skin perfectly fine, as you can see right now. So for you to apply the bone also, you just have to still go back to adjustment again, click on your curve once again, click on the curve, then still drag, this time around drag it down until you see fit. Then Ctrl I to invert the selection. Still pick your brush, put your brush opacity on whatever you seem fit. Then you scroll over the area you want to darken, as you can see. So we just created our dodge and burn just right now, just a single click. So if I'm to turn off the black and white now, if I'm to turn off the curve right now, as you can see, we've already added a burn to our picture. And it's a little bit too much, you just have to click on your property, increase the feather until it blended in perfectly with the skin. So now let's see our before and after. Here is our before, here's what our skin looks like before, and here is our after results. So as you all know, this is the way I retouch my picture. The next thing is just for me to color grade my picture, and I do that by just using a particular lot I have in my collection. I just go to my adjustment layer, click on my color lookup, click on load 3D lot, then I'll scroll down, I'll click on my natural color, wait for it to load up. As you can see, it gave me a nice skin tone, but the saturation is a little bit too much. I don't have to bring down the opacity. I'll bring it down till I see fit. Okay, but I don't like the way the background is all this bright. I will use my final lot to color grade up. The lot helps making work very easy when it comes to retouching or picture editing. You just have to a single click and you're done with color grading your picture. I color grade my picture, most all my picture, with this particular tool lot I'm using. And if you're interested in getting my lot back, they're available for sale. So I'll just go back to my adjustment layer again. I'll click on color lookup, load 3D lot. I'll go for my Mela chocolate. I'll click for it, wait for it to load up. As you can see, automatically give us a low light image, as you can see. So now let's see our before and after by grouping them together. Here's our before and here's our after. So that's all about today's tutorial, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also turn on the notification icon. If you have any question, you can contact me on all my social media, my social handle, my Instagram, my WhatsApp, my Facebook, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you're interested in getting any of my files, there's a link in the description below. You can actually go to my store and get them there. So thanks for watching, guys. See you guys on my next tutorial. One love.